honestly believe that we're just scratching the surface in regards to the value that we can bring. But I think our value is also contingent upon how integrated we are with you and how well we understand your business. And the interesting thing, Dr. Moore, maybe you could give a little bit more perspective, because what they're doing here with Mercy Virtual truly is disrupting the healthcare business, and it truly is innovative. This building that they have, they're bringing in other hospitals and other healthcare organizations that will use their organization as more of an outsourced service. And they have pods, technology pods, on an entire floor that they'll almost brand, whether it's another hospital on the East Coast or West Coast, to provide this care. So they may be providing this service, but it's branded as that other. It could be John Hopkins, or it could be someone else. So Randy, maybe you could give a little perspective, because it really is, Randy has a little bit of the same thing, that when we bring people through, they're always evaluating our Advanced Technology Center and saying, wow, how are they doing this, and what are they doing? And Randy said, you know, there's people coming in when they take a tour of their facility, they're taking copious notes of all the things they're doing. From Randy's perspective, are they trying to go recreate what we're doing? Or are they looking to partner with us? So it really is, it's not just the technology, but it's a business model. They're creating a new business model and disrupting this healthcare space. So maybe you could give us a little better insight into that.
Sure. Thanks, Jim. And I want to go back to the partnership too, and working with Gillen Organization and inside organization and going outside. So the inside, again, another example of what we're doing is we monitor every one of our intensive care beds. In fact, we monitor all of our beds across our system, several thousand, but our intensive care beds are monitored 24/7, 365. And going back to what other people are interested in, what we've been able to report is, like last quarter of the board, we showed that inside, because of our intensive care and all the technology that makes it possible, and you can't just underestimate the role of the technology, the process, and seamless and it working. But in doing that, what it led to is, in fourth quarter alone, we saved about $10 million of operating costs inside of our intensive care units, net of what we spent to deliver them. So back to Gildan saying, what are we getting for our $1 million? There's $10 million in a quarter. More important than $10 million a quarter, about 250 people went home from our intensive care units that were predicted to die. And why? It's to fill the gaps in the care that could occur just in the natural flow of the day or the night. So people are coming through here saying, how the heck are you doing that? Because, you know, other people have tried it and it's just not working. And it's a very intensive process. And so from a business disruption model, as we talked about, I said, what if we were reading this into the marketplace? What the marketplace is asking for is not to have, like with the side of Mercy, we went from a kind of a holding company to an operating company to where you get the same experience across Mercy. And we've got to be connected to do that. You got to have culture and everything else. But what if we could create a similar experience across the country? And we realized we weren't going to do that on our own. As Mercy, you know, we're a fairly big, impressive system, but we're still nowhere near covering the country. So right now we're in the process. We announced last week that we signed a partnership, long-term partnership with the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. And they're the first of several systems we've been talking to over the last 18 months. And what we hope to do is have roughly 30 or so systems connected across the country. They're not just similar, we're doing the same things, but we're actually literally connected 24/7, 365. So within our hospital, because we have a flu outbreak and our intensive care units are full and we're overwhelmed, we can have another pod sitting in Detroit where the flu hasn't hit yet, taking up surplus demand. Or we can have access to a world-class oncologist sitting in North Carolina that we don't have here for a particular tumor, and we want it to be wherever a patient or family is for them to be able to access that type of person. And with that, again, we believe what we'll do is something similar to what we expect here, is we'll bend the cost curve. We will do something healthcare hasn't done before also, which is we believe there's going to be a significant difference in clinical outcomes that the market appreciates, that people say, I want to go there for my care, which hasn't happened historically. People, you know, the interesting about healthcare is that 90% of the people in the country go to the top 10% of doctors. And that's kind of a joke. I'm bad at telling jokes, but you know what? I got to teach it. Everybody thinks their hospital is the best. And the reality is, it's got all ranges from good, better, best. And we've got to figure out how to get, and what won't happen is necessarily that market is going to shift, but we also should be able to become an applied knowledge company to bring best practices across the country really quickly. And again, this is that marriage we're talking about.
So what do you, maybe we look at it in the spirit of, we're just sitting here talking amongst the 4 or 5 of us. What do you think we need to do? What are you looking for in a partner like Worldwide and Asynchrony, in the spirit of innovation, in the spirit of moving forward? You really do, Gil and Dr. Moore. You guys are breaking new ground. You're innovating. You're doing a lot of different things. So optimally, what are you looking for from an organization like a Worldwide and an Asynchrony as we move forward?
Let me grab 2 things on turn to Gil. First, from an innovation standpoint, the ability to develop the user-friendly interfaces, not just at the clinical level, but also at the end consumer level, because more and more of this is going to move into people in their homes, their daily lives using technology. And that's not our sweet spot. Clinically, what do we need to do, all those kind of things, it is, but asynchrony and everything from what you do on the front lines of for the DoD to many other customers, that's our world we've got to get into, and healthcare has had everybody coming to us before. So innovation, real time, a whole new level of agile, working together in this building, iterating, in the same day in what we're doing as opposed to, several week cycles. And then the second piece is, as we go to these other centers and getting them interconnected, having an organization like Worldwide that can actually create the infrastructure, connectivity, support, change management that happens to get all of this working is going to be absolutely core if we're going to put a national, international offering together that's going to change the marketplace.
Great.
Yeah, let me just add to that. What Dr. Moore mentioned about the cross-industry experience that you see and that you have, to bring that to us, the ideas that we may not see because we're focused on healthcare and where other industries have advanced, especially in the user interface components and the mobility, the Internet of Things that are going to explode here in other industries. We want to see how we can adopt those quickly in the healthcare market. You mentioned something earlier that is very, very basic, but it's fundamental to success, and that is really for your sales organization to invest time to understand our business, understand where we're going, understand our strategies, understand where we're trying to move to, understand where we've failed, understand where we're trying to succeed. That will help you be a better partner faster than anything I can think of. I know a sales organization is under tremendous pressure to deliver on numbers and everything else, and I'm sure you've gone through that earlier today. But the fact is that the investment of time to really understand and build that relationship will be more valuable to anything else that you can invest in. And so that's one of the big components. The other thing is to proactively bring ideas, especially once you've had that understanding of our strategy and our business, to proactively bring those ideas to us and help us get those to market fast and bring those other solutions that you have to help us enable that. Working closely with parts of our team like you're doing now through all parts of the organization. I thought that was critical what Emily and Dave mentioned, and Ryan as well, that you were meeting with different parts of our organization to really understand all the parts of the business and how the operations, how the IT, and how the leadership are thinking, and help us keep all those things in sync when you have ideas to bring to market. So the investment of building the relationship, the investment of really understanding the business and strategy, I think are key components of what we're looking for in our partners, and we're finding that worldwide.
No, that's fantastic. That's great advice. And both of you, I mean, what you're saying is a lot of what we're looking at here is that we talked about in the spirit of engagement and how do we engage with our customers, and that's getting to know you better and understand your business. And I appreciate your thoughts in regards to bringing ideas to you, especially as we see things in other industries. So great advice, and it's something that I think everybody in the audience will appreciate because it's good advice for all the other customers we have. With that being said, I want to thank you guys, one, for your business, and I really want to thank you for taking the time to spend with the entire group here. Your insight has been very valuable, and I will tell you this, we're very, very excited to continue to earn the right to do business with you, and we're going to be pushing hard to bring innovation and ideas that hopefully continue to put you in a position to disrupt the healthcare space. So, thank you. Yep, sure.
If I may, I just want to say to Mercy, thank you so much for always being appreciative. I work with a lot of different customers, and I will say you guys always say thank you. We do a lot of iterations on a lot of things, and you always say thank you. So thank you to your team. Hats off to your team for always being such a great customer to us. So easy to work with.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks again, Dr. Moore, and thanks, Gil. We really appreciate you taking the time to share your thoughts with our entire audience here. Have a great day, guys.
Thank you, guys.